Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Filmbox Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Souza. I'm joined today by my lovely friends here, Connor Jameson and Sam Majewski. How are you guys doing today?
Hello, hello.
What's up?
It is a wonderful Thursday, and it's in the evening, and I am exhausted. It's been a long day, and we're here. We are here. So today we're continuing Murder Mystery Month. And turning our eyes towards a more of a detective movie this time around, and we're talking about Christopher Nolan's 2002 drama Insomnia. I'm very much looking forward to talking about this movie. How about you guys? Are you guys would you guys are you excited to talk about Insomnia today? Words?
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah.
Have you not slept for 3 days?
I feel like I haven't slept for 3 days.
Hey, it was like 6 days for him.
Yeah, true. Before we talk about Insomnia, we gotta first talk about what we've been watching lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, Connor, I'm going to you first.
No, you're not.
Okay, Sam, I'm going to me first. And no.
Alrighty. All right. So, I haven't been as busy as I would like to be, but I still watched a couple movies. I was just scrolling on Netflix. I came across a good old Charlie Sheen and Clint Eastwood movie called The Rookie. Wasn't bad. Pretty good. Can't go wrong with a little Clint.
Can go wrong with Charlie Sheen, though, I will say.
I mean, yeah.
Can go wrong.
And then to continue my Liam Neeson disaster movies, I watched Cold Pursuit. In this case, he was a snowplow driver.
Oh my god.
Sam, this was like they just like, it was a lob to Sam and he cranked it 500 feet out of the park.
Oh god.
But yeah, and then obviously I watched Insomnia. So
Nice. And what are you drinking?
I'm just drinking a good old ginger ale.
Wonderful. Ooh, it was a nice little crack there.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies, including Insomnia.
Damn.
Started off with I wanted to dive in a little bit more. Obviously, we're doing Murder Mystery Month, and one of my more favorite subgenres of film is something that the great Bill Simmons has dubbed horny film noir, which is basically the erotic thriller subgenre of mystery movies. So I watched Basic Instinct. Primo, great stuff. Never seen it before. Very, very good. Sharon Stone might be the hottest woman alive at that point in time.
Isn't that the number one pause movie scene or something like that?
They're honestly it's like not even top 3 scene in the movie for her, but yeah,
Really?
it's so yeah. And then I watched The Hot Spot with Jennifer Connelly and Virginia Madsen. That was also very good, very sexy sort of erotic thriller as well. Then we hosted a dinner party. And we watched Sinners as part of the dinner party.
Of course.
Which was not even my choice. The guests were being shown around. I was cooking, first off. And the guests were being shown around the apartment. And they saw my Sinners poster and was like, oh, that's a great movie. And then someone else was like, oh, I've never seen it. And then Em was like, well, we should watch it. And I was like, I have it on 4K. So
What he fails to mention is he took down every other poster on his wall.
Yes, exactly.
It was only Sinners there.
And and he took out every other DVD that he has.
There was just the one.
it was just hanging up on the wall. So we watched that. It was really good. Followed it up with the movie Career Opportunities because I was in the mood for another Jennifer Connelly film. And I was just browsing Prime and it was there. I was like, oh, okay. Not very good. It was, you came for Jennifer Connelly, and that's how you left it. Followed it up with the John Candy documentary, I Like Me. I really liked that one. I thought it was pretty good. A little bit slow in the beginning, but a good portrait of the guy's life. Followed up, the new movie Nouvelle Vague is out. By Richard Linklater, which is the basically a retelling of the making of Jean-Luc Godard's French New Wave classic Breathless. So I first watched Breathless. So I have been obviously aware of Breathless. It's very much an important film in film history. What I didn't realize, or I guess what I didn't remember, is that I remember watching it in film class in college. So, like, watching it again, the memories kind of came back to me, which was a lot of fun. That's a good movie. It's a very good movie. Very non-conventional. Then I watched The Worst Person in the World, which is Joaquin Trier's film, last film prior to Sentimental Value. Very good. Very, very good. And then I watched Insomnia. So that's what I've got. And I have a Modelo, but I have no way of opening it currently because I forgot my bottle opener
You just take
in
it
the
off
kitchen.
desk and give it a go spank.
Yeah, not on the podcast.
Just break your desk. by
Yeah,
accident.
literally.
Well,
I actually might have a way to do it. So you go, and then I will open it.
Yeah, I was gonna say while you try to figure that out, I've been keeping on my 2025 release wave. I also watched Nouvelle Vague, and I'll be honest, could not care less about French New Wave cinema. You know what? Call me out for it. I'm not a cinephile. I'm not a true one, but it was interesting. It was interesting to say the least.
You should watch. Honestly, you should watch Breathless. Give it a shot.
Man, it's something about the French I just can't vibe with.
Honestly, it's so unique. It's so interesting in the way that it's made that you're like, I'm super into this.
Well, I got the vibe from the movie, like just the way that they were portraying how he's just like, all right, one take, good. The way that they're filming like in a basket, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good movie in itself. But I mean, the subject matter is just not one that I really have much care for.
Fair.
I to cleanse my palate in a sense, I watched Bone Lake. Good old erotic horror.
Yeah, so I've heard.
No, it was pretty good. There's some really good editing in that one. The kills were good. The main couple though, they weren't the most likable. Feel like we gotta work on that. Then I watched today. That was like a week ago, and then today was the next movie I watched because me and Aaron have been binging through some Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the new season that came out.
Jesus.
It's good, man. It's just perfect trash TV. But then today I watched If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. That movie is insane. It's so good. Rose Byrne, phenomenal. I feel like she should be. She probably won't, but I feel like she should be an Oscar contender with that one. Probably, definitely not the favorite, but she's so good, and it's such a nightmare, that movie, but like totally complimentary.
Mm-hmm.
And then Insomnia.
Nice. And what are you drinking?
I got me nice sugar-free root beer.
Nice. I hate root beer.
Root beer.
Oh God.
Do you know that guy on Instagram?
Yeah. Every time I grab one, I always say root beer.
Root beer.
Root beer.
Mug root
Yikes.
beer.
Well, we're not talking about root beer on this podcast. We're talking about Insomnia. So I gotta ask, as we start off every review, have you seen either of you seen Insomnia before?
I have not.
No. Oh, really? This is the first time watch for both of you.
Yep.
Well, I have seen Insomnia, and it is quite a fun film. I saw it recently for the first time, so I can't say I'm like totally leaps and bounds ahead of you guys. But it's just I just love this type of movie, so it really kind of was effective for me. So I guess I will ask then, any of you own this movie?
Nope.
Great. I do, but it's in the living room because I forgot to grab it. I own it on DVD in the snap case. And then I also have the Blu-ray coming because it was part of the Grove sale. It was like 3 for $19. So I grabbed a copy of that, but it is not here yet. But if you're if you're not like me and you're instead like Connor and Sam, and you don't own this movie, you can watch it online, but you have to rent it. Unfortunately, it is not available to stream anywhere. So, oh well. So I guess let's go over the basic overview. As you can see, I'm so well prepared for this.
Mm-hmm. His podcast, everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
Here's the host.
I know. It's been a long day, okay? It's been a long day. But let's dive in. So, Insomnia is a 2002 American neo-noir psychological thriller film directed by one Christopher Nolan and written by Hilary Swank. It is the only film directed by Christopher Nolan that he has not credited with writing, and it is a remake of the 1997 Norwegian film and stars Al Pacino, Robin Williams, and Hilary Swank. With cinematography by Wally Pfister and music by David Julian. This movie was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures, which is soon to not be a thing anymore, essentially. And released May 24th, 2002, in a runtime of 118 minutes and a budget of $46 million. Boys, how much did this movie make at the box office?
You said 16 million?
I thought I heard 46.
46.
Oh.
I'd
I'd say about 100.
It was 113.8.
Huh.
So by Price is Right rules, Sam, you win.
I do.
So Connor, I'll ask you, having seen this movie, where does this rank in Christopher Nolan's filmography? Just give me a Just give me a high level thought here.
I gotta pull up his filmography.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, so thanks for coming to me, and I'm definitely not trying to just talk and
just stall.
It's just
It's a good movie. I will give it that. Is it my favorite? Definitely not. But it's interesting, and there's a lot to like about it. There's a good amount I didn't like about it as well. So I mean, it's definitely not an S tier. I'd probably say maybe low A, probably B tier. I'd say B tier.
Okay. Well, Sam, what about you?
Yeah, I'm probably in the same boat. There's like a lot of movies that I'd rather watch first. You know, I'd watch the entire Dark Knight trilogy before this movie, Oppenheimer, Interstellar, Inception. I'd watch all those movies before. So I'd say definitely middle of the pack. I haven't seen his entire filmography. There's a few that I haven't seen yet. Definitely on the list, but for me, it's probably like lower on the list of what I've seen from him. So
nice. Well, in that same vein, I will ask Sam. I'll ask with you: is Robin Williams the best comedian turned actor ever?
Again, I have to do my research.
Question.
I have to do my
I'm
research.
springing these questions on the spot for you. Give me your what's your initial reaction?
He's definitely up there.
Mm.
I would say. It's good to see him not in a comedic role.
Yeah, I mean he does do a lot of those throughout his career. the way I look at it, I mean, you know, a guy who is maybe one of the funniest people alive, but also can blow anyone off the screen at any time with his dramatic skills. Excuse you. I saw that.
I didn't say anything.
I think we on the pod know how I feel about Robin Williams, but
Yeah.
Connor, how did you feel about it?
No, I mean, he's definitely like, I love when a comedian just locks in for a movie.
Mhm.
Like, Truman Show is one of my favorite movies. Obviously, Good Will Hunting, it's Robin Williams again. But
Yeah.
when a comedian can like show the range of just giving like this, in those two movies, Truman Show and Good Will Hunting, like this devastating performance,
Mhm.
then in this case, more of like a haunting, chilling performance.
Yep.
You love seeing that range.
Yeah, and then you get movies like Good Morning Vietnam or Dead Poets Society or
Mhm.
whatever that are like serious movies, but
But
one
light.
more heartfelt, one a little bit more comedic, and then obviously you've got the real comedy stuff like the Mrs. Doubtfires,
Yeah.
and Aladdin stuff. I don't know. For my money, I think, you know, there's not really another comedian that I think could hold a candle to what Robin Williams could do in his career. So I'll give you a little bit of background about this movie. So speaking of Robin Williams, Christopher Nolan said on his decision to cast Williams that he said, "I think audiences will come away feeling like they've seen a new Robin Williams, seeing Robin Williams do something they would have never imagined that he would or could do." Which again, Connor, I think speaks to your point of like really locking in on something that's so outside of type for him. And then most of this movie was actually shot in Canada. Like 90% of it was shot in different parts of Canada, which I thought was really cool. You definitely get that Canadian vibe. I mean, it's in Alaska, so it's basically Canada. And then another interesting thing, I don't know if any of you guys knew about this, but Detective Will Dormer's last name is a play on the Latin word dormir, which means to sleep.
Wow. Fascinating.
I know. Nolan thought of everything. But I will say, did you know this movie was almost directed by Jonathan Demme?
I did know that.
Mhm.
And that Harrison Ford was initially slated to play Will Dormer.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Oh,
that
interesting.
movie, phenomenal. That movie is so good.
Maybe.
Well, okay. Just shut it down. Just shut it down. It's fine. No, it's fine.
I mean, Harrison Ford did beat Al Pacino in our decades.
Did he? I thought Al made it all the way.
Yeah, but it was the final. It was them two in the final.
No, I thought
Yeah,
I thought Tom Hanks made it to the final. I forget
No.
our episodes,
Al-
man.
Al beat Tom.
I forget
Harrison
our
Ford should have won
episodes.
that one.
Well, I know I picked the right side, so
Did he win? Harrison Ford did win the whole thing,
Yes,
right?
he did. Yes, he
Oh,
did.
I don't-
yeah, okay, we're good.
I don't
We're
remember anything anymore.
We record episodes, and then as soon as we stop recording, my memory's gone from whatever we spoke about.
because you stood on the table for Paul Newman, which somehow made it like 3 rounds.
He made it one extra round. Let's not get our panties in a twist.
We're not talking about this thing anymore. This
It's in the
this
past.
bracket.
We can forget about it,
That's
like
all right.
I did.
Me too. Apparently, I forgot who won. Well, we've gone through a bit of the background. We got to talk about now what the people thought of this movie. So that means we go to Sam to tell us what the critics and the people thought about this movie.
Yes. All right. The people of the world thought this movie was pretty good. Tomato meters, critics gave it a 92%, with an audience score of 77%. So a little bit lower, but still fresh. Um, on IMDb, I always do this. I forget what they give it on IMDb.
You just gotta have the tab open.
I do. I have a tab, but I don't want to lose my review.
7.2.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Or
I have it up.
Or you could write it down.
or we can do the.
Oh shit! I wasn't ready for it.
You missed it.
Sam, I was ready for it.
I set it up so perfectly.
You did. I didn't even have the menu open to do it. It's fine.
All right, so this.
I did a swoosh.
All right.
I got another one too. I could do this. That's for me. That's for me.
Yeah, you'll hear my hot take on this movie, and then you'll be pressing that. So,
Boy.
Oh Jesus.
anyways, so this 1 out of 10 star on IMDb says, very disappointing, formulaic, predictable, long, and boring. I just got home from this movie and really hope to warn others. Save your money. I found the film to be a complete bore. It barely moved along at a snail's pace, and the suspense was non-existent. My date and I agreed that there is a purpose for Insomnia, however, as it could truly put the audience to sleep. Watching Al Pacino go day after day without sleep and nodding in and out of consciousness, we found ourselves also doing just that. The gunshots toward the end, however, served to jerk the audience awake. I was very eager.
What?
They started to jerk the audiences off.
I was very eager to see this movie as the trailer seemed to offer so much more. In the end, however, I felt as if it had been I had been in a theater for a week rather than a couple of hours. Extremely disappointing.
I mean, that's just wrong. Oh man. When was that review written, by the way?
May 24th, 2002.
I was gonna say, we got home to save your money. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw your Snapchat of your little icon. I just thought it was very funny. So that's the thoughts on the movie. But in order to take us through what actually happens, we got to go to Connor and
Yes.
do his little bit.
My little shit. Yeah, so here's Insomnia in a nutshell. In Nightmute, Alaska, teenager Kay Connell is found murdered. LAPD detectives Will Dormer and Hap Eckhart are sent to assist the local police with their investigation. An LAPD internal affairs investigation is about to focus on Dormer, and Eckhart reveals that he is going to provide testimony against Dormer in exchange for immunity. Ellie Burr, a young local detective, picks them up when they arrive. Dormer lures the murderer to the scene of the crime using Kay's backpack, but the suspect flees in the fog. Dormer fires at a figure in the fog with his 9mm gun, but rushing to the fallen figure, he discovers that he shot and killed Eckhart. He finds the 38mm pistol that the suspect had dropped. Holy shit, my notes are so out of order.
Jesus.
Okay, so he discovers that he has shot and killed Eckhart, and he claims it was a suspect instead. Burr is in charge of investigating the shooting and pieces together inaccuracies in Dormer's story, all while he goes to further cover his actions. Dormer is plagued by insomnia, brought on by his guilt for killing Eckhart, and further exacerbated by perpetual daylight, which happens in Alaska. He receives anonymous phone calls from the killer who witnessed Eckhart's death, but through police evidence, Dormer is able to clue together that the killer is Walter Finch, a local crime author Kay was a big fan of. After failing to chase him down after planting the pistol in his apartment, the two men meet on the ferry and devise a plan to put the blame on Kay's abusive ex, Randy, in exchange for Finch's silence about Eckhart's death. Finch delivers a fake testimony to the police, and knowing Dormer's plan to trap him, had already planted the gun at Randy's house, leading to his arrest. With Burr still suspicious of Dormer and Dormer ready to head back to LA, she goes to Finch's cabin to retrieve letters proving Randy's abuse towards Kay. She's knocked out by Finch, who plans to kill her, but is stopped by Dormer, who comes back. They fight, but both men shoot each other, with Finch falling dead in the lake and Dormer slowly dying as Burr comforts him, promising to cover his secret as he's finally able to go to sleep. And that's Insomnia in a nutshell.
Well, let's talk now about what worked with this movie. I will start you with this. One of the things that I really like about Insomnia is the design of the plot. And what I mean by that is this has an interesting protagonist, a good villain, an intriguing mystery, a great setting, and a unique plot device. And taking all of those things together, it works really well here. It's like there's just something about the combination of those things that makes inherently, I think, for something a good experience, which I really liked.
And I liked with that, Dormer is not like he's a morally gray character that we follow. Like we can't obviously we're introduced to him as like he has this investigation going on about his past. As we kind of see throughout the movie, like surrounding Eckhart's death, we begin to question whether or not he did it on purpose or if it was just an accident. And I like that throughout the movie, he becomes kind of like an unreliable narrator because like as he's like suffering from insomnia, he's starting to lose his mind. The stuff he sees isn't happening like the way he sees it. Like he's starting to see Eckhart in the crowd in his room. There's a scene towards the end where like he's driving to try to get to Finch's cabin and he just hears like a truck horn and he's just been driving on the road alone. Like all that, I feel like it just makes Dormer such a fascinating character to follow. Yeah,
and to that point too, the insomnia aspect of it, and like as they do little things like the horn and filmmaking techniques, like a lot of shaky cam, a lot of really intense close-ups on Dormer's face, a lot of like jump cuts. It adds to that confusion that you're talking about that I think that it's really smart, and that happens more and more as the film goes on. One of the things that you mentioned that I found now upon more rewatches that I like is like the IA, the Internal Affairs side plot, is introduced as this is not like it's not Dormer getting investigated by the IA. Yeah, essentially, like the department is, but it's not like Dormer is really like a shady cop who, we learn later in the film he does one bad thing. He plants evidence on one guy it's like as he explains, it's like I knew the guy did it, whatever. I did this thing. I don't even know if it was right or not. But like it's Eckhart really who had the big mess up that was going to lead them to look into Dormer. And I just found that kind of interesting. It's like kind of a shakeup on the typical, like, I got IA on my back there. I'm the guy that goes and shoots up all the dudes. Of course I got IA on my back, It's different. It's like out of his control a little bit, which I like.
But I like that he's not played as just like this inherently good person.
Exactly, yes.
Like, because I like that there is all this doubt. Like, I mean, he is playing like this grizzled detective, and I did like that about the character of how he's able to fill in the gaps that the local cops can't, because like he's been around the block a bunch. But I do like that he isn't shown as like inherently good, so that when stuff gets introduced of like, yeah, he probably killed Eckhart, and with the cover up, or not even the cover up, like planting the evidence. It was a hunch. I mean, the guy was probably a pedophile, but they didn't have the evidence.
Right.
So,
you can't be sure.
Exactly. So it's kind of like you have to just assume he was right, but he could have been wrong. And it's not like, it's never proven, which I like. There's so much ambiguity around it.
100%. Sam, what did you like about Insomnia?
Yeah. The casting. I think the casting was really good. I think Al Pacino was great as that lead detective. I haven't seen him in too many detective movies.
Well, I
So-
mean, watch Heat. It's basically like if you took Heat's performance and dialed it way down, that's this movie.
Yeah. And then Robin Williams is always a plus. So
Yeah, that is true. The casting of the main two, at least, I thought was very, very good.
Yeah.
Again, what I was mentioning is that like this is one of my more favorite Pacino performances, but I love how subdued it is. Like he has a tendency to get really big, like, you know, really go over the top. I mean, you know, I mentioned he is playing it at like 110%, but here it's much more subdued. He's struggling with insomnia. He's not able to sleep, and you see it. He's not like going around screaming. He's not doing all this crazy shit. Like, guy can barely run.
Oh my god,
You know?
his running face is hilarious.
Oh, I had that too. I had that written down. His face while he was running.
Yeah. No, I remember I was watching a video about like Al Pacino's like career, and I think it was like The Scent of a Woman Oscar that really was like the career flip for him. Of like everything before, like he came from like theater, and he was a very like well thought actor, but it was at that moment, it was like that's kind of when the switch flipped on him. It was like, I can be like big, I can be loud. And then once that genie's out, like it's so hard to put back.
It's very difficult to put it away.
Yeah.
Got a great big ass. This is my favorite line in Heat.
But at this point, it's like, he's great ass.
Yes. It's...
And you're all the way up it.
One of the things that, again, I really like, I love that they filmed this on location in various parts of Canada, but like you get that small town feel really, really hard. It's great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a sucker for on location shooting, practical stuff like that. There's just something about like the small town America feel that you can't replicate any other way. It is, you only are able to do it if you're there.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, I know they didn't shoot much in Alaska, if anything, but I think Alaska is such a fascinating backdrop for like murder mysteries and homicide investigations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because like there's so much wilderness, there's like the small towns. Obviously, you have the whole like constant light and then constant darkness, which plays a huge role in this movie.
And it's the local police work, right? Like you have a movie like that's set in like LA, and it very quickly goes to citywide police force, national, you know,
FBI.
intervention, whatever, FBI, whatever. But like this movie is like, yeah, we've got 6 police officers, and
They're
we
all
gotta
wearing
figure this
flannels.
out, right? It's like Wind River too. Is the same way. It's like this is super small town. We've got like 4 people on the police force. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's something about that setting that I just love. That.
Oh, that's what it is. It's like the whole isolation of it. It's like there's not another town for like 50 miles, man.
And we take care of business in our way. You know.
Yeah.
This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Sam, what else did you like about this movie?
I kind of like the mystery of like how we knew that we knew who it was,
Yes,
but there wasn't any like major reveal, you know. So
it was almost like an actor reveal than it was like a character reveal.
yeah.
This is like, you know, Robin Williams is in the movie, and then he comes in and he's like, oh, this is who he's playing, kind of thing. I like that.
Yeah. I like that they introduced him over the phone too. Like you
Mhm.
just let his voice kind of like do the work first, because
Yeah.
obviously with his comedy, he does a lot of voices, and like it's his cadence that is funny. So I think having his voice be his introduction is kind of like setting the tone for his performance.
Absolutely. Anything else that anyone has that they really enjoyed?
I liked Hilary Swank's performance in this too. I kind of like the character of like uh the young detective who wants to
Mhm.
like make an impression,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like, Al Pacino is like a force, and she was good with him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of like that too. Like she was kind of like the outlier in the force, because there was
Mhm.
a couple scenes where like all the other police officer guys were like talking about talking about blowjobs and stuff like
It's
that.
very fraternity like in that police force.
Yeah, and then it was very you can see Al Pacino's character Norman. He was supportive of her, you know.
Yeah. Just as a general, I like the story twist that the detective and the criminal have to work together. It's kind of a cool little twist on things.
Yeah.
Keeping the standard murder mystery detective movie a bit fresh, which I like.
Yeah. To your first point, I liked how they were able to tie that, like the two kind of murders together in a way that didn't feel like one story was kind of taking a backseat to the other.
Yeah, they definitely blended together pretty well. Anything else for what works before we move to what doesn't work? All right, well, let's talk about what doesn't work. Okay.
I got something that I fucking hated.
Oh, really?
So many fucking cuts in this movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a
I
lot
did
of
notice
cuts.
that too. I
It
did
gave
notice
me a
that too.
headache.
Yeah.
Really?
How many times? Like I saw, there was like a video. It was basically a TikTok, and it was saying how there's one scene of like them in the police station. There's like 37 different cuts of just like single shots, like nothing's happening. And it's so jarring. And I get that maybe it's the point of like just throwing you off, but it's so fucking stupid how many times they cut. And like all the action is like every single second there's a new cut. It's like, let a scene breathe for
they don't do a
3
lot of that.
seconds.
Yeah, especially like at the last fight scene, like it
Oh my
literally
God.
showed like Ellie shoot and then Walter shoot and then Ellie shoot again, and yeah, it was just went back and forth.
It's like, how many fucking takes did we need?
There's
They do
like
a
3
lot of
different
cutting.
takes with him just reloading his shotgun. There was like it happened like 2 or 3 times. I was like, I don't need to see him reload his shot. I know he's reloading his freaking shotgun.
It was like him hopping the fence with 6 cuts.
That was well, all right. To be fair, you're asking 60-year-old Al Pacino to hop a fence. You gotta take a couple.
Just cut it out. I don't care. Have him run around the fence. Have a hole in the fence for all I care. I don't care.
It was 4 cuts to cut him jumping over the fence.
Like,
Because you know how it went was, all right, now go and act like you're jumping onto the fence. Okay, now we're gonna cut and we're gonna have these guys lift you up onto the fence, and now we gotta go to the other side and you're gonna kind of roll over the fence, and then we'll help you get down the fence.
Well,
It's like-
those middle 2 cuts are probably a stunt double. It probably wasn't even him.
Probably. Oh man. One of the things that I didn't particularly enjoy is like I liked Ellie and Eckhart, the performances. Like I thought Hilary Swank was solid, although I didn't really feel like she had a ton of chemistry with Pacino. In that, like I felt like he had chemistry with her as the mentor figure, but she, when talking to him, was like a fucking stick.
She didn't trust him.
I don't know. It just felt off in that way.
She clocked immediately that like, your story is bullshit.
Yeah, it's not adding up. But the thing about Hilary Swank that I just couldn't get past was that she gives off too much city vibe. and not enough. I like picture this. Michelle Williams, circa at this time, was right at the end of Dawson's Creek and right before Brokeback Mountain. That is perfect. Looks like she could be in the country. Hilary Swank looks like she just came out of the suburbs playing a soccer game and not I'm in the middle of Alaska.
I don't know if I'm there with you on that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how I felt about it.
I don't think I can get there with you.
Well, okay.
I would expect somebody in Alaska to like be very fit and like that, as opposed to.
There's not. She doesn't really have country vibe though. No, she doesn't have country vibe.
Well, it's not a country. Like it's not the country vibe. It's more like just small town. Like I got small town vibe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't get country vibe. I got more small town vibe.
All right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Well, the other part of that was Eckhart. I don't know, just something about his look. I was like, "You're not a fucking cop. There's no fucking way. You're not a homicide detective. You look too nice to be a homicide detective.
You look like a sweetheart."
Yeah, no, there's no way. He reminded me of Judge Reinhold, and I was like, no, it's just no. Sam, what did you not like about this movie?
I personally did not like just Dormer coming in right off the rip, not really knowing anything about him. I kind of wish we got a little bit more of a background on him. We got a couple things like Ellie talked about his past cases for a little bit, but I kind of wish we had a little bit more of a backstory with him.
In what way? Like just who
I
he
guess
was?
just like who he
as a
was.
detective?
Yeah, because if he suffered from another kind of like illness like before, and like this whole insomnia thing is just like a reoccurrence, or if this is something new, or so yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I could see it. I think what helps me in that case is he comes in and is immediately like, I am the guy and I know exactly what I'm doing and I know how to investigate this murder. And it's like, that's all I need to know is like, this guy's a really good cop who maybe does things a little bit not so by the book, but he's really fucking good at what he does. And that's all I needed to know. But I can understand wanting a little bit more of like, who is the person
Just
of
like
Will Dormer.
just like a 5-minute scene of just his past or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would have been good because I don't think he's a good cop. I think he's just like he's got good survival instincts because like the way he's able to like quickly, as soon as he realizes that he's going to get busted once they do forensics, he's just like, oh, I'm just going to take this gun, shoot this dead dog I found in the alley. And like, I know how to manipulate the system of like these small town people don't like the I don't know the what's the job that the coroner, yes.
There we go.
Thank you. When she was like, I don't know what type of bullet this is, and he's like, cool, thanks, and he grabs it and he switches the casings out. It's like he's definitely done something like this before. Like he knew exactly what to do. He knew how to take advantage of the situation. So it's like
I do think though, like it is shown that he is a very good detective.
I think he's good
Like,
at his job, but I don't think he's
yes.
a good person.
That's what I mean. He's I mean good as in he is talented at what he does.
Yeah.
Because like he comes in, he does the autopsy thing, and he's immediately like, well, you guys fucking missed all this bullshit. I've seen everything I need to know about this person. And then they investigate the room, and he's like, I know what's going on here. And he's the one that continues to figure the things out as they go along. Yeah. So he's like a talented detective, but a shady person.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys didn't like about this movie?
The score is kind of basic.
No.
I don't think it really elevates anything that's happening.
It feels like early career type score.
Yeah. like obviously it gets much better like later in his work, but yeah, the early stuff that great.
Sam?
Eckhart's when he died, his head twitch, so dramatic.
Oh God!
He was like,
oh God!
Just the small thing I noticed.
I love too how like every time that the cops talk to Dormer about the shooting, he's always like halfway looking into the middle distance, and they're like, Dormer, and he's like, what, and whatever, and then it's like, yeah, this guy's clean. He didn't do anything. He's just tired.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys want to mention before we move on?
A lot of flashbacks too.
There's a few flashbacks, one or two.
A few too many.
It's okay.
Yeah. Nothing until we get to the hot takes. So.
Oh God. All right. Well, let's do best moments then. I've got 4 nominees for you. Moving in on the killer and the fog shooting is a very cool scene. The initial investigative scenes I mentioned, the autopsy, the investigating the room, interrogating what's his face, the boyfriend, Randy. Those are hiding the new bullet, which you mentioned, Connor, shooting the dead dog,
which
and
no one heard. By the way,
hey, he muffled it with a towel.
Okay,
might as well have just said and then shot it. It's like when people.
I was gonna say it's like when people cough to try to cover their fart.
Yeah, exactly.
And they cough too soon.
Yeah, that's basically all it was.
And the other one I had was Finch and Dormer on the ferry. Any other nominees?
Dormer breaking into Finch's house and Finch realizing it because of like the matchbox, whatever.
Yep.
It's very Seven-esque, and I like that. Like the chase scene was cool too on the logs, but again, too many cuts.
A lot of cuts.
A lot of cuts, but the logs like keeping Dormer under the water was cool. The phone call between Dormer and Finch where Finch is describing how he killed Kay, and it just like, this is the only time the flashbacks actually worked for me, is when it was cutting to how he actually killed Kay. It was actually like very chilling because they were just quick.
Yeah.
Then I like the scene of Dormer telling the hotel owner about how he forged the evidence to get the pedophile locked up.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's a good scene too. Sam, any other best moments?
I do. I have 2.
Okay.
I like the scene when Dormer was talking to Eckhart's wife on the phone after he.
Oh yeah. It's a good bit of acting.
Yeah, it was pretty good acting on Al's part. And then I had any scene in his bedroom where he covered up the lighting. Especially towards the end of the scene when end of the movie when she turns on the lights and it's like super
that's a
fucking
great
bright.
moment. Yeah.
And then so
all right, let's vote. I'm torn between moving in on the killer and the fog stuff or the ferry between Robin and Al.
I like the fog.
Yeah, I like the fog.
All right, fog it is. Best performance, Al Pacino and Robin Williams. Those are my nominees. Anyone else?
I think those are the 2.
All right. I say we give it to both of them. I don't want to have to choose. All right, new category here. This is called Paying Homage. And this is for references to other films within the film that we are reviewing. Sam, you mentioned one of them just a little bit ago. Or no, Connor, you did the Seven reference. Heavily inspired Christopher Nolan in the making of this film. Also, Christopher Nolan, huge fan of
Who?
Heat.
Who?
I said Christopher Nolan.
You said
No, you
Christopher
didn't.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan and Al Pacino and
Robin Williams.
Renegade waiter.
Renegade Waiter. And, Christopher Nolan is a very big fan of Michael Mann's Heat. And essentially, this is like the first time that Nolan tried to recreate Heat in a movie, and then he does it again with The Dark Knight.
Fair.
So
I also love Heat. So
Heat's a
respect
great
it.
movie. Yeah. And then also Twin Peaks is heavily influences this movie. A lot of the same small town mystery investigative vibe. Of course, without the David Lynch surrealism. But the vibe of the movie was very much inspiring. Okay, modern day recast time. So, are we doing Eckhart as well?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I don't
got
have one
someone.
for Eckhart, but if you have one, you can say it. We're doing Dormer, Finch, Ellie Burr, and we'll do Eckhart as well. So, for Detective Dormer, Connor, I'll start with you. Who did you have for Detective Dormer?
So instead of like trying to lock in on like age or anything, I wanted to just lock in on the character. And I needed someone who was like super intense, but like I needed to wither them down by the end of this. So I had two names. Jake Gyllenhaal, because obviously there's the prisoners,
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler,
Zodiac.
like Zodiac. We've seen him like be the prisoners in Zodiac. We've seen him be like a detective and try to solve a case and have how like it tears him down by the end. But I also had Michael Shannon.
Oh,
interesting.
You want
Interesting.
intense?
Yeah.
Go get intense.
I had a couple different options. A lot of mine, I ended up having like a few different options because I couldn't quite decide on one.
Yeah, me too.
I was trying to go with age range as well of how old was like Pacino when he made this movie? He was in his early 60s, so early to mid 60s. One of the names that popped out to me was Sean Bean. I think could be really fun. And then Nick Cage as well could kind of bring that intense intensity to it, but also like a guy that you could definitely say like you haven't been sleeping for 6 days, and he's like, I'm gonna go not sleep for 6 days and I'll be back.
But the thing is, when he doesn't sleep for 6 days, it's the same intensity. I feel.
Yeah, he's just crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't tone it down.
But the guy I really want to see do this role, I really want to see it, is Tom Cruise. I really want to see Tom Cruise do this kind of movie. I don't know. It's just something about him. I was like, it'd be like, I just can't imagine Tom Cruise acting like a human after not sleeping for 6 days.
It's interesting.
Sam, who did you have for Dormer?
How are you gonna make this sexy?
Yeah, I had three names for this. I have like at least two names for everybody. So bear with
Me too.
First up, I had lower on the list. I had Javier Bardem.
Okay, yeah.
Then I had Sean Penn,
Hey,
and then I think this one was probably I'm gonna go with this one, but I think with intensity wise, I think Josh Brolin could do a good job.
Brolin's a good pick.
That's
think.
a very good pick.
Yeah.
because you saw him in Weapons a little bit, so but
Brolin's a good pick.
so
I like that.
hot guy Brolin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely a
Kind
bit
of.
more chiseled out than Al Pacino at 62. All right, Walter Finch. I'll start. I've got two names, and like I was trying to again match the age range, but go against type. So pick an actor who is not known for villains, not known for this kind of like I just like assaulted and killed a girl that I was seeing who was underage kind of vibe. So I've got two names for you. I've got Sean Astin, and I've got Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
All right.
I like where your head's at because
Yeah, Yeah.
You want unassuming.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because that's what
fair.
Robin Williams brings to the character. It's unassuming. All right, who wants to go next? Sam, you go next.
Okay. So now this starts the hot.
Okay, here we
the
go.
sexy list.
Brad Pitt.
I had
Tom
Paul,
Hiddleston.
I had Paul Bettany
Okay.
or Michael Fassbender.
All right. Just chiseled.
Robots.
Yeah,
They're all chiseled.
literally.
They're all chiseled. Oh, wait till you see my Ellie, then you'll
Oh,
see
God.
who's chiseled.
Jesus Christ.
Connor.
So again, I wanted, like, in the same vein as you, I wanted someone who is unassuming, had some comedic work in their past, but with mine, it's kind of cheating because my man has literally a franchise built on him being unassuming and then murdering people. Mine is Mark Duplass. He is the guy behind Creep and Creep 2
interesting.
and the Creep tapes, where he lures people to his cabin under the guise of them filming like just memoirs, and then he murders them.
Interesting. Well, it's time to do Ellie, which means Sam, go ahead.
All right. Again, I had two names. First one, she kind of stars in like a detective TV show. I had Jennifer Carpenter. She's Dexter's sister in Dexter.
Okay.
She plays a cop and a detective too, so I think she could
could
pull
see
that
that.
off. And then the other one I had was Elizabeth Olsen. I think she would do really well.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Wind
She-
River.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like Wind River Elizabeth Olsen, chiseled.
Could work. Could work.
Uh-huh.
Connor, go ahead, because I've got 5 names.
Jesus Christ.
I couldn't decide.
Jesus Christ. I got one name. So with Ellie, I wanted someone like bright-eyed, isn't afraid to go against the grain. I picked Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, that's a good pick. It's a good pick. All right, I had, like I said, 5 names. Again, trying to go for characters that I feel would fit in this setting, not city people to a degree. Some of them are more city than others, but also could play like young, bit inexperienced but dedicated kind of I want to be a good cop kind of people. So I'll give you from my lowest to my highest here.
Yeah.
Probably lowest, tied for lowest, is Caitlin Dever and Thomasin McKenzie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just I think that they give more of the second half of what I was looking for, that like bright-eyed optimism towards I can be a good cop. Then I had Amanda Stenberg, who was in The Acolyte, the main character in The Acolyte. I feel like she could be quite an interesting young detective. Next on my list, I had Daphne Keane.
Okay.
But my top choice, who I think fits both buckets of like I'm an optimist and I'm good at what I do, and also I was born here and I will probably die here, is Maya Hawke.
Okay.
So that's who I'm ultimately going with.
Solid.
Thank you. All right. Well, Sam, it's time for hot takes. So I guess you can kick out.
Whoa. We got, yeah.
Oh
we got
yeah, that's
Hap.
right. I didn't do Hap. So you guys can duke it out for Hap.
You can go
All right.
first, Sam.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Jesus Christ, the hottest man.
or Patrick Wilson.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I picked Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No,
Okay.
I didn't pick him, but I would
Oh,
choose him
oh.
of those two.
Yeah.
I see.
No, mine, I wanted a nice character actor. Give me Shea Wiggum.
Okay. It's an interesting pick. I like that. Now it's hot take time. Sam, do you want to start your hot take?
If you want me to.
No. I'm going to hate this hot take.
Get ready for with the sound effects.
Okay, so hold on. This movie is
Sorry.
all right. This movie is technically a psychological thriller mystery.
Mm-hmm.
At nowhere in this movie did I feel any somewhat thrilled.
Interesting.
I think it didn't really set up anything, and I didn't really feel the wow factor.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I tend to disagree.
that's why it's called a hot take.
That is true. That was the hot take?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the gist of it.
Okay.
Like I just didn't feel like anything was really building up to anything. You know, yeah, we found out like, oh yeah, he killed him. And then I'm just waiting for Robin Williams to show up. It's revealed, and then like, oh, they're working together. So,
yeah, I will admit that the mystery is kind of played itself out halfway through the movie.
Yeah. There is no surprise. There's no
Benoit Blanc reveal at the end.
Yeah. Which I was kind of expecting that, so I don't know if it was just me being disappointed or anything, but yeah.
Okay, well, Connor, what is your hot take?
So I got two. This one's not even a real hot take, but it's just, I'm curious.
Okay.
What does Robert De Niro do as Dormer in 2002?
Robert De Niro as Dormer in 2002.
What's he doing? Because I looked it up, what he was doing in 2002. I mean, he does Analyze That, Showtime, City by the Sea, and About a Boy. I mean, it's not like he's doing anything great, so I mean, he could have.
I think it's a lot more Italian if you pull in Robert De Niro.
I mean,
that's an interesting one.
I'm just curious about that performance, what he does. However, my other hot take, it's not even a hot take. I'd say it's pretty cold. Alaska is probably one of the coolest places you can set a homicide movie or murder mystery movie, and it is criminally underutilized.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think we talked about
that.
this kind of at length of like, it's the isolation of it.
Yeah. It's like, cool. Like, you can set it in New York. You could set it like LA, like in these big cities. But like, there's something about like just being surrounded by wilderness and only having like 5 cops.
Yeah, right.
Like, they have to fly detectives out from LA to solve this case.
Yeah, and it's like, it's all on you. You can't really call in resource. Like, they call in a detective.
2.
But like, it's on Dormer to figure it out, really.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 2 hot takes, and these are hot.
Boy.
First one, this is Al Pacino's greatest late career performance. I don't particularly contend that very many could compete with it, but like, I even prefer this performance over something like Heat or like Scent of a Woman, because I love how subdued this performance is. Like, yes, maybe it's more entertaining to watch him accentuate about an ass to a man in an interrogation, but there's something about this where it's like, I have to watch this guy basically spiral into madness while trying to solve a mystery and cover his own tracks, that I just love about his performance. And then the hotter take, hotter than that.
I don't know if I want to hear it.
This is, for me, a top tier Nolan film, and probably in his top 3 for me. The only ones I'm really taking over this are Dark Knight and Oppenheimer.
I
Yeah,
tend to,
that's
I tend to,
spicy.
yeah, I tend to disagree with.
Why it's a
Yeah.
hot take. I mean, I'm giving away my cards a little bit, but I really like this movie. I think it's really, really good. All right, change up. Who wants to go? This is. I should
you were
probably
paused
explain
like
the
a
category.
like you had like something queued up for a sound.
No, I was lost. I was lost in my mind.
You know what cue you should do? Good boy.
Good boy.
With the change up.
I don't have that one queued, but so this is a category that we introduced recently where we are going to each take an aspect of this movie, whether it be the director, the place it is set in, or the one of the inciting plot points, and change it to make something that maybe could be a little bit more interesting, a little bit different, something unique, that sort of thing. So who had director?
I did.
Okay, Sam, what is your director pick?
All right. So I'm going to be a little different here.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go with the typical David Fincher, you know.
It's basically the same movie.
It's basically the same
David
movie.
Fincher.
Nothing changes. Maybe it's shot better.
Oh, shots fired.
That's also true. Give me. I'm going to change the plot a little bit. Well, not plot, genre a little bit too.
Okay.
Give me more of a comedy movie, and give me Joel Cohen as the director.
So Fargo,
Fargo?
essentially.
Exactly. Give me a.
Insomnia, but honestly, a Cohen movie with Al Pacino might be a match made in heaven.
Yes. I had that, or bring me all the way back and give me Alfred Hitchcock.
Hitchcock thriller could be good. I don't know. I like the idea of the Cohen just
Yeah.
like, I can't sleep. He's just like freaking out on people.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched or seen anything of like the Chair Company? The
I
Tim
haven't
Robinson's-
seen any of it.
There's a joke in the first episode of him, like he's trying to sleep before his big conference, and he just wakes up in the middle of the night. He's like, "I have the worst pillow in town. This thing is made of metal." Fucking die laughing.
That is hilarious.
That's the energy we need.
Yes. Okay, Connor, what about the plot point?
So, I asked for this one first because I feel like this is pretty easy. Instead of it being constant daylight, we're making it constant nighttime.
Nice.
Oh,
And now he
nice.
has to solve this in pitch black, but we're keeping it that he can't sleep still.
Mm-hmm.
How?
It's too much night.
Exactly. It throws him off still because he's like, his body's like, when am I supposed to sleep? The demands of the job keep him up, but his body's like, at some point, like, dark means sleep, dude. We need sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Some more, and this is where we really dive into more of the psychological aspect of it too. Of his like, he has to fight his body to stay
Yeah.
awake.
That's interesting. I like that. I had the place that it takes place, and so I think the another obvious change that you can make to this movie is instead of being in the country, take it to the big city. So set this movie in New York, and again, you have the character dealing with insomnia, you can't sleep, but take it to like the underbelly of the city and actually have the day night dynamic where it's like at night you're getting Taxi Driver, but in the daytime it's like the kind of squeaky clean suburb, you know, or whatever, and that's where Finch lives, and he's like, oh, whatever, but then at night it's like we've got abandoned warehouses, we've got street gangs, we've got, you know,
So
grizzled.
City.
Yeah. So essentially, just make the Dark Knight, Nolan. What are you waiting for?
Talk.
TikTok, my guy.
Holding the clock.
Oh man. All right. What happens the next day? I didn't have anything for this, so it's up to you guys.
I got Ellie is now under investigation for the cover up of Eckhart's murder and Dormer's murder.
That's an interesting question. Do you, you know what? You raise a good point. Do you think she actually covers up his murder or his death? Because he's like, no, don't stay clean. And then she puts the bullet back in the thing. Do you think she just displaces it somewhere else, or does she actually bring it in and say like, I've got revelations?
I think she holds on to it. She doesn't say anything. And I think someone's like, hey, you know that thing you've been working on for so long? What's the deal?
What
Where's the
happened?
results? Yeah. And then they look into it and they're like, hey, like there's a paper trail. We saw all this work you did. We know there's something. Now she's under investigation. She gets shipped off to like Oklahoma or something. Now it's the whole thing over and over again.
It's Insomnia too. That's good.
What's the illness that you just sleep the entire time?
Narcolepsy.
Yeah, narcolepsy.
She suffers from a detective movie where they suffer from narcolepsy.
She's up for an hour a day.
That's the Coen Brothers movie right there.
Oh my god. She's chasing him down to
just stop! I know you. She's just done.
The movie could either be 2 hours long or 10 minutes because she's chasing him on like the logs.
They make two different cuts of the movie, one that's 2 hours and one that's 10 minutes, and you don't know what you're getting when you go to the theater. Oh man, that's great. That's great. She's driving her car to the investigation. She falls asleep and crashes, and that's the end of the movie.
But it's the Always Sunny music that plays after. Da, 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 da.
Oh man, that's great. Was that whose was that?
That was mine.
That was still yours. I lost track. Sam, what happens next day?
I didn't really put too much thought into this. I think she does go back and convicts them. And then I think she's just too much of a good cop to do that. Sorry, she is a good cop. What am I trying to say?
She's too good to cover it up.
Correct. Yeah,
yes. I got you. We got there.
But like both of them are dead right now, so like it's like a wash. So, and then she gets promoted, and then she kills herself. But anyway,
whoa!
I'm just kidding.
She's stricken by guilt, and she can't sleep now.
You made some big jumps here,
and then she gets into a shootout with herself. It's like, let me sleep, and there's no one around, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? And it's on the security cameras, and she's talking to herself before she dies. And they're like, what did she say? And the lip reader comes in, and she said, let me sleep. That's weird. What does that mean? And it's the ghost of Al Pacino when he's come back. He's haunting her now. It's the ghost of Pacino's past.
Great conscience.
3 different Pacinos appear, and it's the ghost of Pacino's past, present, and future. And now we're in a Christmas store, or the Christmas Carol.
My eyes see. My eyes see darkness.
You know what could help you stay awake? A Dunkachino.
Oh my god. All right, which Challengers cast member could do this? I had Josh O'Connor as a young Dormer.
I think, honestly, all of them could probably do it.
Yeah.
I think all of them could. Prop time after that extended silence. What props are you taking home? I'll start with one. I've got Al Pacino's leather jacket. I'm taking that home.
It's a good pick. Even though it's like soaking wet and probably.
Oh,
like,
it's all
shrinking.
dirty and like he's probably worn exclusively that for 30 years. It's fine.
It probably reeks.
Oh, 100%. It's my lucky jacket. I don't clean it. I got it in 1974. I busted it off a drug addict on the street. I took him in for questioning and I planted the blood and then I took the jacket. Anyways, what are you guys taking?
Anyways.
Please, someone. I don't want to keep improvising.
I want to see
how far you go.
Yeah.
In 1986, I lost
Not
it,
even
and I went
that
on a
late.
vendetta. And I shot 8 people trying to get my jacket back. And then I covered it up.
Anymore.
Anything else? Or
what else you got?
3 years ago. No, I got nothing left.
All right, Sam, you go. I didn't think of one.
I mean, there wasn't too much props that I really thought I would take home. The blue police car, the light blue police car was kind of cool. And then also the boat that they were on.
Oh, the ferry.
The ferry, but a smaller version.
The whole ass ferry.
Yeah, so I can throw parties on
I don't know if that counts as a prop.
I mean, I was gonna pick his Robin Williams' dogs. So
well, that's better.
Yeah.
So Nathan can have a friend.
2 friends.
2 friends. I want the motor oil that they found the gun in that apparently Randy keeps in his apartment like a fucking maniac. An open motor oil.
How did they find the gun in there?
Yeah, he's like,
Did they just stick their arm in like it was like it was a pot of honey and they're Winnie the Pooh?
That is one of my favorite moments of the movie is like that fake out of, oh, they're going to discover him in the bathroom. And then they're like, I got it. And it's just in motor oil. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was crazy.
It's just the typical cliche.
Oh, yeah.
They're there right at the door. He's opening the door.
Except
Oh,
Pacino
wait.
did not cover himself in the fucking the shower curtain. He could have just been like,
He was like, you guys got me.
yeah.
Or he was going out guns a-blazing.
No, they open the door. He's like, hey, hide and seek. Am I right? I found it. By the way, it's in here.
And then he just shows up. He's like, oh, you got here just in time.
He just comes around the corner.
No, you know what you do in that situation? You flush the toilet and you're like, I've been here for an hour, boys. What took you so long?
Yeah, right. I love how it was like, oh, they were interrogating him and like, we gotta go to Randy's house. And they're like, no, you stay here. You've been interrogating the witness. And then immediately after, he's like, what did you do with her? And then they're like, I gotta go to cool down. And then he leaves. It's like, come on. No shit. You know what he's doing. Oh, man. Okay, well, it's time for our final scores for Insomnia. Sam, I will start with you.
Okay. All right, like we've said, this like I've said earlier, this isn't my top Nolan film. Probably towards the bottom. However, it was still a very solid mystery kind of movie. Great acting. The whole story premise was very smart and very different than a lot of other movie like mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
However, I was expecting more of a thriller movie. I didn't get that thrill. And a lot of technical stuff was also lacked. Like we talked about, like the cuts and the camera work. It was very bland. But again, it was still pretty good. I'll probably just give this a solid 3.75.
Wow, it's higher than I thought you were going to give it. I'll take it. Connor, what about you? We'll go to you.
So I'll echo some of Sam's points. It's definitely not close to my favorite from Nolan. I think I made my stance very clear that I think this movie is shot terribly. The cuts they gave me a headache watching. It's just so disorienting. And if it's the point of the movie, sure. But I was also watching videos about how the original Norwegian film tells the same story. They don't have a trillion cuts for a single static shot. So I'm gonna call bullshit on that. But it's still good. I like the way it blends the different murder plots. You had 2 great performances, and then I do think Hilary Swank is pretty solid as like the support. I'm giving it a 3.5.
3.5. All right. Well, that leaves it down to me, and I particularly enjoy this movie. I love the mystery. I love the performances. The cutting especially doesn't really bother me all that much. I don't notice it as badly as you do, which is, maybe just a testament to my enjoyment more so than the actual quality of the cuts. But I love this kind of movie. The straight up and down detective movie with a twist is very, very fun. Al Pacino's really good. It's very engaging. I just have a lot of fun with it. I pointed out, the setting and the plot devices and the performances are really good. So I am going to give it a solid 4.25, which brings us to an average of 3.83 for our 67th film on the list, which puts this in the top 30. In the top 30, with just above Fantastic Four: First Steps and Chronicles of Narnia, and just below Clue the movie in that top 30 spot, which we literally just did last week. So, yeah, the Clue had a 3.93 and Insomnia had a 3.83. So we are very similar on those two movies. But with that said, that is going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox Podcast. And if you like what you listen to, make sure to subscribe, leave a rating, follow us on your favorite podcast platform. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can subscribe and like the video and comment down below what you thought of Insomnia. And you can go to our socials. Those will be linked in the show notes below. You can also go to our website, firstpicturehouse.com, for all kinds of content that we have written. And go to our Letterboxd so you can see what we're watching when we're watching it. You don't have to wait for each episode, which if you do, I will be watching Marty Supreme tomorrow night. It'll be, by the time you hear this, I will have already seen it. And I don't know if I can give actual thoughts on the movie, but you will know that I have seen it.
You will make sure you know.
Yes. So if you don't want to wait for that, then check us out on the Letterboxd. And with that said, that'll do it, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.